Hi there, and welcome to Shine with Julie. And we're headed to the end of 2021. I can't believe how fast this year has gone. But I want to talk to you about something specific today because many people, and you may or may not be in this category, but a lot of people take the week between Christmas and New Year's off. I know this because I try to plan things with various vendors or various resources, and they're gone. They've flown the coop for the year. But what I want to talk to you about is if you are a driven worker, if you are a type A, if you are somebody that really your identity has always been attached to your work effort in some way, you might find that week really difficult. You might find a week off to be like the most painful thing you've done. So I want to talk to you about how to look at this week a little bit differently. Because again, you may not be somebody that can just unplug totally for a week. That might be more stressful for you. So some tips in how to be there for yourself, how to be there for your family and friends that might be around you in this week, but still fulfill that part of you, that worker part of you. So what I would recommend is before heading into this week, get a list of things, of self-care things, of family things that you enjoy doing and put them in little like strips that you can pick out various days. And what I want you to do is when you're questioning, oh, I really want to go work on XYZ project that you've been working on, that you take a moment and pick something out of that bucket. It might be take an Epsom salt bubble bath. It might be put on some dance music and dance with your pets or your kids. It might be take a nature walk. And yes, it's cold in most places. Well, where I'm at, places north in the US, put on some fuzzy boots, put on some good mittens and a heavy coat and go for a walk because it is still great to be in nature, even when it's cold outside. No, you might not believe me now, but try it. Try it. You might like it. And if you are somewhere that has hiking around where there are frozen waterfalls, if you are, sure-footed, those are magical moments that we don't often remember to go and do. The other thing is that, again, you may need to feed that worker side of you, and that's okay to a point. If you really, really, really want to, then set an hour before anybody else, preferably before anybody else is up in the day, that you're going to apply some work time, some brain power time, just to alleviate that angst inside your spirit. Because I do understand what that's like. I'm very much like that. And that's probably what I'm going to do, just apply an hour and a half tops, maybe not every day. I'm going to play it by ear. I'm going to see what I feel like. And if I do it, I do it. If I don't, I don't. But the bigger part of it is the relaxation, because some people have to learn how to relax. Right now in the animal kingdom, especially, many animals are hibernating right now, full on. They have stored themselves for the winter and they are just, they're just taking it easy. But for some reason, we think it's like game on. It's New Year's. I got to get all my new goals out. I've got to just crush it, crush it, crush it, crush it. And we drive ourselves this time of year. And I really think that we do ourselves a disservice when we do that all the time. So I want to encourage you, and I would love to hear back from you. What worked that week? What did you decide to do? Now, one thing that I want to say is next Thursday, I'm going to be talking about a different kind of spin on the New Year's resolution. So I do want you to tune in here for like 10 minutes while we talk about some ideas that I have been having that might help you as you enter 2022. I've been in business a long time. I've been alive for a long time. And I have a lot of experience with those classic New Year's resolutions. And I want to talk to you about doing that maybe differently so that you come to the end of 2022 and you look at success maybe through a different lens, through a different eye than you are right now. And one other thing before I close that I want you to start thinking about leading into next week, I want you to come up with 3 wins of your year. And they can be anything. They don't have to be that you exceeded your sales goals or that I'm trying to think of some right now that are super work driven. I remember, really quick story, when I was in the Rotary Club, one of the school districts in our area would always send us these valedictorian kids. They had, high A, well, really above an A plus. They had like extra valedictorian skills, and they would send us that same type of child all the time. And I actually reached out to them and I said, I'm guessing you have other kids that succeed in things other than in the classroom that might need some validation that you could send to us. But at that time, they just never, ever did. And I want you to look at your success story just like that. It may not be in the category of a money goal that you've had or a financial goal or a business goal, but what is something else that you have succeeded at this year? It might be something that might not have been, I set this goal and I achieved it here, but have you ever achieved it there? That might be your win for the year, and that's okay. So I want you to start thinking about those things, ways that you can congratulate yourself, ways that you can celebrate your success heading into setting up new goals, new resolutions. But until then, have a very Merry Christmas, and I will see you next week.